up, gamers and gearheads? Brittality here, bringing you another episode of the Road to Hypefestation. And with us today, we have Tanner, aka Rain. How's it going, bud?
Good. How about yourself?
Doing pretty good. Now,
And thanks for having me.
Oh, we're glad to have you. We didn't get to see you a whole lot as far as gameplay at Hype 3, but we got to see a good bit of you doing commentating. You did a good job there.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Yeah, so for those that don't know, tell us a little bit about your Gears of War history.
Well, I've been around Gears since the beginning. I played Gears of War 1 from the day it came out. I got into game battles like right after release, and then once that transitioned into MLG in like mid 2007, I started going to events. I went to my first event in Chicago with Blaze in 2007 for Gears of War 1. And then while the game was on the MLG circuit for Gears 1 and 2, I went to a total of 10 of those events. And then I went to the first Hypefestation for Gears 3, which is in October of 2011. And then after that, I was like right in the middle of college, like was in my fraternity and everything. So I didn't actually play Gears 3 at all from like pretty much a month after Hype 1 until early this year, which is 2014. So I was away from the game for a while.
Yeah. Now, you told me a little bit about your resume and teams you've been on. Let the people out there know that you're the real deal.
Yeah, and Gears of War 2, I actually played with Infinity, which is probably one of the most well-known, if not the most well-known Gears team of all time. Mm-hmm. And that was with Atmo or Atmosphere, sometimes goes by Amazement, Genetics, and then God 603. Genetics and God, kind of like myself, they played Gears 3 even less than me. Which they didn't play at all, which is kind of disappointing because they were kind of MLG Pro mainstays for Gears 1 and 2. I've played with like people. I'm trying to think of people who still play today. I played with Flames before on some teams. Never went to an event with Flames. Played with Nick for a while in Gears 1. So many people. J-Mercs, I just went to an event with him and Z-Killer at the Winter Brawl this year. I was trying to think of what it was called. The new one, just Hypefestation, but that we kind of had a disappointing finish, but we didn't really get a practice time before the event. But yeah, I've been playing Gears of War for, it'll be 8 years this fall, which just seems kind of crazy to say it out loud.
An OG. As I said before, we didn't see you compete at Hypefestation 3, but what made you decide to come back to Hypefestation Summer Jam and compete?
Well, anytime you go away from Gears and you see an event happen, it always makes you want to play if you're not playing. You just want to be there because it's always a good experience seeing everyone. And now, like, some of the people I'm seeing at these events, like Fallout and Franchise and whoever, I'm seeing them for like probably the 15th or 20th time in my life. And there's pretty good friends of mine, and they always have been. And it's going on like 10 years almost knowing each other. So there's always getting out to the events, getting to compete in front of everyone, being on stream, and just being like, oh, it's almost like a vacation, but it's also a business trip for most people too.
Gearscation.
Yeah, definitely.
So tell the people about who's on your team. What's your team name?
I'm playing with Westlays, Extortions, and Schmeh. Our team name is Earth Collide Moon, I guess. I didn't have much input on that. Okay. Wes went to the last event and played with Ill by Nature, which was Blaze, Casp, and Bobby. Bobby Rice, and that was his first event. And Extortions and Schmeh, I don't think have been to events at all. So it's like pretty much a new team almost all around once we get to the actual tournament. Right. But I mean, I just met Wes for the first time at the event. I've known him online for a couple of years. I just started scrim with him probably mid this month, and I just really enjoyed playing with him. I think we're pretty good, and hopefully we're able to make a splash at this event coming up.
Now, have you guys played online together before?
Schmeh, Wes, and Extortions have been playing together, I want to say forever, for at least a couple of years now. Okay. I just recently started playing with them, but they have a ton of experience playing with each other.
Are you guys gunning for any team in particular at Summer Jam?
I don't think so. Now that John Fallout's playing again with the Funky Bunch, PR, Letnick, and Kenny, I've been playing with and against John for so long, so it'd be kind of fun to play each other again. Because I played against him multiple times in Gears 1, multiple times in Gears 2. Played him at my first Gears 3 event, so it's just always fun to play against John. So, I mean, I guess I've never really gunned for people. I just kind of hope my team does the best that it can do. Right. And whoever we play, we play.
How does competing now differ from the earlier years of Gears of War?
Oh man, sorry, ma'am. It's so different now. Just for like the way that the game is presented, because in Gears One, when the game was first on the MLG circuit, like you scrimmed, there was no party chat, so that was always different. Like you couldn't talk to each other if anyone was dead. The events were played with no headsets, so there wasn't that much game sound or communication. Sort of like what happened at Winter Brawl when we weren't able to use the Astros. And just the I guess the amount of people that like kind of like, because you have everyone streaming nowadays, like Nick, Karil's, Kenny, Atmo, Fallout, whoever, and there's just so many more people that you can interact with and talk to about Gears, and that just are able to watch you play. Now, it might not be the same as MLG when you just have just tons of traffic going to that site because there's multiple games being played at every event, but it just seems like the community is just wider now just because you have so many different avenues and stuff to interact with people or to watch other people play or to see what's happening in the matches and to see how the teams are changing without having to go to forums or like private chat people just because you can jump in parties or Twitter or whatever. I think Twitter's really changed kind of how the game,
definitely,
just how it can outreach to people, and Twitch obviously is a big part of that too.
Do you think the new and up-and-coming players have more skill than maybe you guys did before? When
I don't know if necessarily more skill. I think the best players in Gears have always had pretty similar skill. I kind of, when I see young people like Mental and Clouds and everything, kind of reminds me of myself. Because when I was first started playing Gears, I was like 15 and 16 how they were now. And now I just turned 23 the other day, so I feel really old watching them. And I see how fast they're able to move and just kill people. And it makes me think that maybe some of my reflexes have gone away in like the 8 years I've been playing Gears and seeing how good they are. But I think the best players in Gears have always had pretty similar skill. Maybe with Gears 3, it's just different with how fast the character movement speed is from Gears 2, that maybe the gameplay is just a little different, so it requires different amounts of skill. But I think the best players in Gears have pretty much always been the same towards the top, with just how good they are.
All right, well, that is all the questions I have for you. Thank you for being here with us, guys. Make sure you follow his links as you see on the screen right now. Thanks so much, and we look forward to seeing what Earth Collide Moon can do at Hypefestation.
Yeah, hopefully we'll make some noise, and I'm pretty sure we will. I think we're a pretty good team. Once again, I just want to thank you for having me, and Barbosa, Fallout, Kenny, Chubbs. I probably can't name everyone, just for everything that they're doing for Gears. It's awesome to see Gears having multiple big events in a year for the first time in like 5 years since 2009, so it's really cool. And just I hope we're able to keep this rolling for a while.